Okay, here we are. I'm John Genzel. This is my son Wyatt Genzel. Wyatt's 10 years old, and we are going to put a Enlite sensor glucose monitor on Wyatt's arm today. And this is the process that we go through about every 5 to 6 days to make sure that Wyatt can keep good track of his blood sugars. So here we go. We're going to move the camera over so you can see Wyatt's arm a little bit better. Ready to get this done here. I'll zoom in just a little bit for you. Or not. I guess I'm not allowed to do that on this camera. So, first thing we're going to do with Wyatt's arm here, we need a few things to do this job right. We need an alcohol prep pad. We need the Enlite sensor itself, which is very important part of the process here. It's going to keep us going. Okay, so there's the Enlite sensor. You can see it in its package. We also need the Enlite over tape. This holds the sensor to Wyatt's arm, keeps it intact, and when it comes out of the package it looks like this. And it's just a small piece of tape that goes over the top and keeps things locked up where it stays tight to his skin. The very last thing that we're going to need is, of course, the transmitter itself. Very important part of the process to keep that nice connection to Wyatt's arm. Okay, so we're going to clean his skin first with an alcohol wipe and make sure the area is all cleaned up and nice and ready to go. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and dry that off. I just use a shirt. Some people say that makes it non-sterile. We've never had a problem with it, and it makes it quick. Basically, I'm cleaning it to make sure that the sensor sticks well to his arm and getting the body oils off of there. Okay, we're going to take the sensor. This is just fresh out of the package. Just take it right out of the package, and we use a little bit different technique to put this sensor on. We don't use the little tower tool that Medtronic gives you, because to be honest, it's a little bit of a pain. Doesn't work all that good for us. But what we're going to do is show you the method that we use to do this without the tower. And what you'll see is on the front of this there's a little plastic tab, and we use that little tab. We hold that down with our thumb, put our other finger on the back right like that. Okay, and then we're going to grab this tower from the top, not the actual tower that the needle's in, but you're going to grab the platform at the bottom, the plastic part. So you're holding on with your thumb here, finger in the back, and the sides of the wide plastic piece underneath. Okay, and then we're just going to lift and pull straight up, and you'll see it peels away from the bottom plastic that's left intact. Sorry about the focus there. The plastic's left intact on the stand, and we have the needle, and we have the tape for the sensor right out here. Okay. So you can see the needle that's in there now. It's nice and sharp, doesn't hurt very much going in. Wyatt doesn't really have a problem with this at all. I like to pre-peel this bottom piece just a little bit, not all the way off, just a little, so that it's easier to peel off once it's in his arm. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go over to Wyatt's arm, make sure that it's all prepared and dry here, ready to go. Okay, and then we're going to take the needle, and it's just a quick stick. We're going to go right into his arm. We're going to line everything up and just push straight in. Okay, once it's in there, we're going to hold it in place for a few seconds. Make sure that it's setting well. I'm going to hold it down with 2 fingers on the sides of the tower, and then I'm going to peel the white plastic backing from underneath and press the whole thing down to his arm well. Okay, once that's pressed down well, we're going to hold the base. We're going to grab the tower, quickly withdraw the needle, and the needle contains itself all inside the little plastic tower. Now everything is attached to Wyatt's arm. He's all set and ready for the transmitter to go on as soon as we over tape. This is an easy step to forget, but not something we want to do. We're going to take the over tape. We're going to peel the bottom off. And then we're going to take this and put it right over the sensor here on his arm. Now the trick to this is you want to line it up so that it just barely clears the back end of the sensor, goes directly over his arm and sticks on. And you peel the side tape and stick everything down, and that just makes a nice tight little unit that sticks to his arm well. You can see the over tape here. It goes over the top of the sensor at this point, but behind this little protrusion at the end and down across the back. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to take the sensor off the charger, let it finish blinking. That's just indicating that it's charged. We're going to snap it right onto the sensor on his arm, and now we're going to watch for a blink, and as soon as that starts to blink, then we'll know that it's okay to go ahead and finish the job here. It can take 15 to 20 seconds sometimes. It's usually just about the time I'm ready to give up on it that it goes ahead and blinks. And there we go, we've got our blink. So now we can peel the top tape off, hold this sensor to his skin, and tightly bring the tape over the top so that everything is a nice compact unit that stays nice and tight on the skin. Okay, once that's done, the next step is to go ahead and have Wyatt stand up, and we're going to get his pump, which is normally on his hip attached, but since we're also doing a sight change, it's separate right now. And on the pump, get you some focus here. Okay, we're going to turn the light on by pushing B and the down arrow at the same time. Okay, and then we're going to hit Act. We're going to go down to Sensor. We're going to link to sensor and click New Sensor. Then it's going to tell you connect new sensor and press Act. We've already connected it, so we're going to push Act, and it's going to want to meter the blood glucose in 2 hours. You can go ahead and just push Escape at that point, escape out to the main menu. You can see that there is a little T on the transmitter up here with no circle around it. That means that it's connected and it'll be working properly. And if you push Escape right now, you can see that it says warm up. That means that it's waiting the 2 hour time before the sensor is connected so that it actually gives readings to the pump. Once it's all connected, the pump will give you a graph and give you indications whether your blood sugar is going up or down and where the blood sugar is now. So that concludes this portion of the video on how to put a continuous glucose monitor and Enlite sensor on.